Welcome back to Levi for Kelly, where the game is to be sold, not told. I've been receiving a lot of emails, correspondence, people asking me to speak on this whole Tasha K fiasco as far as the wiretaps and all of my cousin's communications for a certain period being divulged and either, I don't know, sold or given to Tasha. And I'm going to speak on it. Enjoy the video. Please subscribe. Hit the like button if you can, please. And those who continue and choose to contribute to my work, to Levi for Kelly, I greatly appreciate it. You'll see my Cash App on the screen or whatever. If you choose to, if you don't, it's all good because it's all love regardless. You heard me? All right, enjoy the video and check this out, man, because it's going to be something that you have never heard and is very informative, very insightful. You feel me? I love y'all. Check out the video. Oh, and check out the preview. Then check out the video after the preview. Word. Make it clear and plain and simple. If a person who is incarcerated, now we're speaking on the federal level, and that's the beauty of this, is that there's no wiggle room. We're at the top of the ceiling now because we're talking about federal laws. If a person who is in federal custody, people, gets on the phone, as he has done, and speaks any words that can incriminate him to the extent that it can solidify the charges that were placed against him, federal charges, or it can cause them to bring more charges based on what that person says in his communications over the phone inside of the MCC. If his speech, the things that he say or someone else says in their conversations with him or conversation, if that can produce more charges for him, or if that can incriminate him in such a way that the charges that are already established, now he's definitely going to be convicted because we got him on the phone talking about something that he shouldn't even known about if he wasn't guilty of that. See, don't listen to these people, y'all, that try to explain this and don't know what the hell they talking about. You're listening to someone who has been trained in this. Listen, I'm going to talk some straight talk today. Straight talk. You understand? Where's my damn cigarette? Where in the hell? Let me see. Yeah. I'm going to talk some straight talk today, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm drinking my coffee this morning and I got my cigar. I'm just chilling. You feel me? It's like 6 a.m. where I'm at. You heard me? Listen. I'm going to talk some straight talk today on this Tasha K thing and with my cousin and the breach in federal security as it pertains to what took place in the MCC. I'm going to talk about all of that, and I'm going to address certain individuals. And I'm going to speak it direct because it's time. It's time. I get a lot of, shout out to all of the true, sincere ones, all of the true, sincere subscribers and those who tune into my channel. And I know a lot of y'all, you'll comment or you'll email me and you'll ask me like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And where you at? You feel me? And I appreciate that. All the sincere ones. However, I'm just the kind of person, understand this, y'all. I'm from a city called Detroit. And my city, there are those who were in the higher upper echelon who raised me. I was outside early. But as time progressed, I was outside. And then I had an opportunity to go up top. You feel me? A lot of niggas say, I'm outside. We've been outside since, no. Have you been up top, though? See? I spent a lot of my years up top with the OGs looking down. Let me show you something. It's a difference. Being outside, then you have outside, which I was, and up top. So I say that to say, when I speak, it's spoken. I was raised to speak softly, walk softly, but carry a big stick. You understand? All of the reckless speech and all of the slick talk I've been hearing about Levi, yo, listen, bro, listen, this is real with me. And each and every one of you who choose to engage in slick talk and reckless speech about Levi, you've been doing it for, 2.5 years plus. That's cool, though. Because I come from a city where we allow you to do that. I'm about to talk about Tasha K, but I want to explain this. Lay this foundation for y'all. I come from a city where we allow you to do that. That's cool. Do what you do. You understand? That's our moniker. That's our slogan. Do what you do. However, we only have one prerequisite. While you do what you do and say what you say, we have only one pre-requirement. Do what you do, say what you say. But that pre-request is simple. Just don't get amnesia. You understand? I'm going to say it again. Do what you do, say what you say, all the slick talk, all the reckless speech about Levi. You know, he's not his cousin, the fake cousin, the this, the that, the death threats that I've received. Motherfuckers talking about, you know, yeah, I knew of cases where your family members came, but had to get touched because you were on the run, nigga. Listen, whenever you see us running, I'm from a city where wherever you see us running, whenever you see us running, and wherever you see us running, we're not running from, we're running to. You understand? I'm going to say that again because y'all got to understand Levi. I'm from a city where whenever you see a nigga like me running, I'm never running from. I'm running towards your ass. Trust me. I was 15 years old at the store at the damn you know, where they have the drinks and stuff like that. About to get a soda. When I walked out of that store, I stood at that damn that cooler for about 5 minutes trying to see what I'm gonna get. When I walked out of that store with my OG, about 2 days later, my OG said, "Come holler at me." My OG said, "I saw you standing at that cooler for 5 minutes trying to decide what soda you were going to get. That means you are indecisive. When you walk in a place, know what you want and get it and get out of there. Don't live your life being indecisive." See, a lot of these YouTube niggas and YouTube females, that's why you see them messing with this one, messing with that one. 1 minute they mad at this, then they back, then they cool again. Now they at each other. Come on, yo. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised on the basic principle. You say something, you do something, you stand on it. And I'll say it again. We only have one pre-requirement. That's to all of those who have spoken reckless about Levi. All the slick talk. That's cool. Do what you do. But remember, do not get amnesia. At least be that much of a goddamn man or a woman. You did what you did, now stand on it, because I'ma always stand on mine. None of you have seen me falter one bit in this whole situation. None of you. have seen me say one thing, do another, say one thing, then flip, then be with this person, be with that person. Hell no. I stand on it. And I walk it and I talk it. Now let's get to the subject matter. Why do you think, let me calm down. You know, I get kind of worked up, you know. My old lady say, you just speak, you can really express yourself when you calm down. Calm down. I say, you calm down, God damn it. Nah. Calm down. No, you calm down. No, I was joking, y'all. Listen to me. Listen. I want you to think with me and walk with me. Why do you think Tasha K is in hot water? It's a simple question. Why do you think Tasha K is in hot water? I'll make it simple. Listen to why Tasha K is in hot water. Listen to it for yourself.
Do you need to interview with Levi for Kelly and find out the truth? Levi is not R. Kelly's cousin. Neither is Dana. Okay? Both them niggas out here taking all y'all money, saying they sending it to R. Kelly, but I just read y'all who's sending R. Kelly money. I get the book. They don't know him, okay? Both them niggas out here taking all y'all money, saying they sending it to R. Kelly, but I just read y'all who's sending R. Kelly money. I get the book. They don't know him, okay? Both them niggas out here taking all y'all money, saying they sending it to R. Kelly, but I just read y'all who's sending R. Kelly money. I get the book. They don't know him, okay? Dana and Jay got one picture holding R. Kelly's umbrella, and all he really wanted to do was fuck. Okay? Because the warrant came. Okay? So Levi and Dana ain't no damn relation. They are not Kelly's, not friends, nothing like that. Okay? That's why I don't get him no damn clout.
You just did give me clout, damn it. When you mentioned my name, Tasha, you gave me clout. See, you ain't a thinking woman. See, Tasha need a man like me. I'm trying to tell, I'm not, you know, I'm about to get to the serious part of this, but I got to say this, man. Tasha's problem, Tasha, from day one, you needed a man like Levi. You understand? A man that's going to give it to you straight. In the daytime, the night, the midnight hour, and the wee hours of the morning. You hear me? No, I'm being silly. Listen, she needed a dude like me from day one. Because I'm going to tell her straight up, what are you doing? See, I'm the kind of nigga that walk in there, see her in there, say, who you talking to? I'm talking to this woman, this girl. She's screwing Offset and Cardi B. That's Cardi B's old man. I say, what? Hang that goddamn phone. See, she need a nigga like me. Hang that goddamn phone. You trying to get us to lose it all. You trying to get all of us arrested. That funny or what, yo? Honestly. See, if you had a man like me, you wouldn't be what you're in. Cardi B taking every damn dime that you have. And trust me, Cardi B is from the Bronx. You heard? Which means she's gonna take everything, including your goddamn food stamps. Trust me, I've dated women like her. When she was talking about drugging niggas and getting their bread or whatever, let me tell you something. I dated females like Cardi B. That's a fact. And trust me, I used to look them straight in their eyes and say, what did you just say? Listen, what did you just say? You feel me? So, if you had a man like me, Tasha, I'm about to get to the serious part of this, but if you had a man like me, like Levi, when I walked past the room and you was in there talking to the woman from the associated with the MCC, when you were in there talking, I'd say, who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to, she talks fast and loud. I'm talking to, she works for the MCC, she works for the government, for the Justice Department. She's giving me all of R. Kelly's information. I would have said, if you don't hang that goddamn phone up, you try to get us all arrested. I'm talking to this girl. She's screwing Offset. It's Cardi B's old man, and she's screwing him, and she giving me all the tea. I would have said, girl, I would have said, woman, if you don't hang that goddamn phone up, you trying to get us to lose it all. We gonna be on food stamps and shit. Let me get serious. The question is, once again, why do you think Tasha K is in hot water? You heard what she said. I get the books. Levi ain't R. Kelly's cousin. I get the books. Man, y'all don't understand. The difference between me, I've never been a blogger. I came on YouTube to advocate for my cousin. And the difference between me and these bloggers, and I'll get to that in a minute, is that it has been my obligation, my responsibility, my duty from day one to secure my cousin that I love, Robert Kelly. That's all. That's it. If you go back 2.5 years ago when he was first illegally incarcerated, kidnapped from his goddamn home, I went on YouTube and said straight up, hashtag do not kill R. Kelly in custody. I did that, and it spread it. Other bloggers, people picked it up all over the world. Do not harm him. I was the one who sounded the alarm from day one. I am the one who came to the world via social media and explained to them the objective and the plan has always been to kill him. It is by the grace of God that he did not catch that virulent virus that is seeping through every aspect of every prison, every holding facility in America. It is by God's grace that he's alive today. You take a man, I'm getting upset now, but you take a man with no criminal record and you hold him, detain him, even though he has no criminal record, he's always shown up to court, and then you deny him bond, meaning that in an American system of justice where the creed of our system of jurisprudence is as such where they say, this is not what I say, this is those who set up the justice system in America. According to them, they say it is set up in such a way where 1,000 guilty people are to go free before we imprison one innocent person. That's how the justice system is set up, y'all. Huh? The rule of law. That's all. From day one, these are the things that I have spoken about on Levi for Kelly. And as my podcast now is being, is not under construction, it has been constructed, all of those videos you all will have access to. However, Tasha K said it. She said, I get the books. Talking to me. Talking to Levi. While his cousin sits in a goddamn dungeon. See, there are a lot of people who will say, well, you shouldn't be talking bad about Tasha K because she seems to be for your cousin now. Damn. She seems to be speaking up for him now. Really? What did I say? I wasn't raised to be indecisive. You cannot do all damage to someone I love, propagate, lie, maneuver, and do everything within your power to get money and to get your numbers up to destroy him. And then all of a sudden, I'm on your channel. All of a sudden, Tasha K is our friend. So I don't know who raised y'all. I don't know who, where you were raised. You don't do that kind of damage and then come back and say, well, you know, the parents I see ain't right and this, that, and the third, the parents this, the parents that. But she's never owned up to her responsibility as a woman, a so-called woman, and come to the people and said, I was wrong. I'm asking R. Kelly to forgive me because I was wrong. No, the monies and funds that she received denigrating him, she spent it. She used it. She profited from exploiting him. So I, being his cousin who truly loves him, hell no, you ain't gonna do that. And then say a few kind things, or now all of a sudden, you know, you want to act like you on his side, and I just say, oh, she our friend now. Hell no, I'm from Detroit. What did I say? When it's up, it's stuck. Now, is there such thing as atonement? Yes, but there's a step process to that. And the first step is you admitting that you were wrong, that you exploited his situation, and as a result of your words and your carelessness and your recklessness, you were primarily responsible for him being in there. All this has been, y'all, is a media propagated machine that has put him in this situation. I'm not going to get into that. I'll do that on my podcast, but I'll say it again. Tasha K is not my cousin's friend. And she's not mine. So when she says Levi is not his cousin, she's going to have to stand on that. You know why? There's a bombshell that's about to drop. I'm going to say it again. There's a bombshell that's about to drop. And what y'all seeing right now ain't nothing compared to this bombshell that's about to drop. And I'm going to remind each and every one of you, those who have spoken recklessly about me, do not get amnesia. Remember what you said and what you did, because I am the only individual on the planet who is a vanguard for that man. I am the only individual on the planet who has not spoken, but acted in such a way to secure his safety and his goddamn freedom. No one else but me. I have been his security by God's grace, will, and mercy. I have secured him. Why do you think Tasha K is in trouble? Do you think I'm the kind of man that sits around playing PlayStation all goddamn day? You say something and it's up there. And when you say something that is detrimental to him, and I see where you got people on the inside violating federal goddamn law, such to the extent that it is designed to kill my cousin, I am obligated to get that information to the right legal bodies. Shit. But trust me, Tasha K is only the tip of the iceberg. What transpired in that MCC, this is what I want to get to. Y'all say, damn, you taking a long time to get to it, but yeah, you got to walk with me if you want to learn something. When you walk with a wise man, it might be a long walk. See, that's y'all problem. A lot of y'all want microwave speech, microwave meals, fast food. You understand? I ain't got a lot of kick it, eating chicken, budget, yeah, you know, bitch, ho, bitch, dog head, bitch. See, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to be entertained and not educated. But when you listen to me, it may be a short walk, it may be a long walk, but you're going to leave that walk wiser. Now, I'll say it again. You heard her with your own. See, when they made reference to certain things she said in the Chicago Tribune, that reporter, one of those videos he was referring to when she attacked me, or not attacked, but basically tried to discredit me. She talks too damn much. And she said it. I get the books. That's recorded. Trying to discredit me. You understand? Levi ain't his cousin. I get the books. I remember when I first got the call, they said, Tasha K said you ain't his cousin. 5 or 6 females called me. Tasha K said you ain't your cousin's cousin. I said, oh, I ain't thinking about it. You gonna respond? I said, man, I ain't thinking about that. Then two of them called me back and said, and she said you gay. Well, she didn't say that, but they thought she said I was gay. I said, what? And she said you gay. I said, what? I jumped up. I said, that woman lost her damn mind. Where's my thing at? Where's my damn phone? Then I listened to it, and she didn't say I was gay. But, however, reckless speech, man. Reckless speech. And when you do these things to a person, see, most of you have lived your life, especially you women, I could tell, that a guy can do anything to y'all. That's how most of you women, some of y'all 30, 40, 50 fucking years old, older, you've allowed men to do anything to you and come back, I'm sorry, you don't understand what happened, this, that, and the third. You've lived your lives dealing with no good goddamn men. So when you come across a dude like me who speaks it how he speaks it, walks it how he talks it, when I say something, I mean it and I stand on it, you say, wait a minute. But you said niggas was getting arrested. Well, you just saw the beginning. And if you don't think I produced the beginning, then you're crazy. You just saw that. Well, stay tuned. See, because you're accustomed to no good men. You're accustomed to baby killers and abusers of women and degenerates, and that's how you were raised. That's all you've known all your life. You can sit and support and tune in and embrace and become friends with motherfucking killers and degenerates. And you can embrace them because you lean towards them. Unethical men, undercultivated so-called men, woman beaters and goddamn baby killers, man. It don't mean nothing to you. It don't mean nothing to you if a nigga killed a child. That don't mean nothing to you because that's how you were raised. Roaches in the front room, rats in the goddamn back. You understand? Junkies in the alley with the goddamn baseball bat. Y'all remember those houses in the hood where your mama said, don't you even go in there. You stand on the porch, your friend's house, whatever's a flop house. Everybody go over there and the goddamn you walk in there. And every time, all those houses had those small little nets flying around. Y'all remember that in the hood. That's these people. Low-life people. Grown-ass women who can sit and be entertained and embrace and befriend and subscribe to niggas that's attacking young ladies, calling them dog-head bitches and hoes. Attacking young ladies, and most of you with daughters, granddaughters, nieces, and you can watch these despots attack young ladies and call them, talk up under their clothes, they tits, get that ass back, get that titty. You all have never heard me denigrating or attacking Azriel Clary, Joycelyn Savage, Faith Rogers. You've never heard me attacking those young ladies. You know why? For one, my cousin wouldn't approve of it. For two, I have daughters. I have nieces. I have little female cousins. And for three, really, which is one, I'm a man. And men don't do that. It would be impossible for me to have love for my daughters and then talk up under a young lady's clothes, her age, call her bitches and hoes and talk about her tits and ass and boobs in the name of R. Kelly. Get out of here, man. Say that, yo. Save it. That's just the way you all have lived your lives. Raised by goddamn wolves. No, raised by rats. Low-life, degenerate-ass niggas and females pretending to be bloggers, pretending to be cultivated, pretending to be goddamn journalists. And you're nothing but a low-life nigga with a goddamn cell phone, a Gmail account, and you're able to upload to YouTube, and you got these people, well, some of these retarded people, food, like you are some kind of upstanding individual. Huh? Trying to act noble, some of the men, trying to act noble, and they are my men, and we are investigated. When we investigated Rob's finances, we found, my cousin didn't ask you to investigate a motherfucking thing, nigga. Did he? No, what you did was investigated you found yourself in an investigation, nigga. I said it 1 year, 9 months ago. I said, niggas are going to prison by my hand. Did I say it or did I not? Do you think for a second, do you think you're listening to a man that doesn't mean what he says and says what he means? See, it's time now. And when this bombshell drop, just remember, I said it. And I meant it. And now is the time. Now is the reckoning. Now is judgment day, goddammit. And I am the one. I am the one who has issued it. Don't you be fooled by nobody else. Tasha K's ass is done by my hand because she chose to violate. Listen, let me get to this legal aspect of this, y'all. Will Tasha K be charged, prosecuted, and imprisoned for her role in receiving classified information concerning R. Kelly, illegal wiretaps, the excess of, or this individual accessing all of his information, handing it off to Tasha K, whether she paid for it or not, and then it reaching the public sector via YouTube. Can she be prosecuted for that? I have been in extensive conversations with one individual who is deeply interwoven in these cases concerning my cousin, and this individual, he or she, says to me that R. Kelly does not have a chance of receiving a mistrial or being granted a dismissal based on what has transpired with this individual who had access to this personal, confidential, federally confidential information. This person says, no way in the world R. Kelly's getting off on that. Your cousin is not getting off. I said, I beg to differ. Because I'm someone that understands that this is not a country of men, it is a country of laws, for one. I understand that the rule of law is that which matters in these cases, period. The truth of the matter is that when it comes to federal cases, we're dealing with 2 federal, 1 state. However, the truth, and I want y'all to listen, the truth of the matter is that when you're dealing with federal cases, the federal justice system in America, it's supposed to be the most highly pristine institution in the world. Did you all know that a lot of cases that are not easily solvable around the world, that a lot of these other countries, especially European countries, will defer or go over to and ask the FBI to assist them having the best resources to find, serial killers and individuals who are dangerous criminals or criminal organizations? Did you know that? Did you know that when it comes to federal cases, federal prosecutions, that the federal witness program, without a doubt, is the most protected program in the entire justice system. That is, when you're dealing with federal witnesses, and this is what Tasha K is about to find out, and a lot of other people are about to discover. When you are dealing with federal witnesses, it is hands off. That is the most protected. The word I'm looking for is the sanctity of the federal witness program and those who choose to testify in federal cases. The sanctity, the sanctimony of that is not to be played with at all. It is very serious. Very, very, very serious. Federal witnesses, y'all, are without a doubt the most protected group in the entire federal justice system. That is, those are federal witnesses and potential federal witnesses. The question that everyone is asking is, can R. Kelly, is it possible, is it probable that he will have his cases, not just one, all three, overturned because of the breach of security inside of the MCC? Is it possible that he will receive a mistrial or even be granted an outright dismissal? Well, anybody that want to spar with me, someone in particular, I don't speak to anybody, but the person I've been going back and forth with this about, I'm not going to say his or her name out of respect, but anytime they want to go live with it, we'll go live with it. But I tell you this, the answer to both of those questions is undoubtedly yes, they can be. See, I like to make, when it comes to this legal stuff, this is what I do. And I like to make it as plain and clear that a baby can understand it. Now listen to this. Make it clear and plain and simple. If a person who is incarcerated, now we're speaking on the federal level, and that's the beauty of this, is that there's no wiggle room. We're at the top of the ceiling now because we're talking about federal laws. If a person who is in federal custody, people, gets on the phone, as he has done, and speaks any words that can incriminate him to the extent that it can solidify the charges that were placed against him, federal charges, or it can cause them to bring more charges based on what that person says in his communications over the phone inside of the MCC. If his speech, the things that he say or someone else says in their conversations with him or conversation, if that can produce more charges for him, or if that can incriminate him in such a way that the charges that are already established, now he's definitely going to be convicted because we got him on the phone talking about something that he shouldn't even known about if he wasn't guilty of that. See, don't listen to these people, y'all, that try to explain this and don't know what the hell they talking about. You're listening to someone who has been trained in this. Listen, if he can condemn himself to prosecutorial acts where he's done, if he speaks on that phone and says something that is wrong, are you trying to tell me that someone illegally obtaining those communications, putting it out in the public, cannot exonerate him? cannot free him from the charges. If this is how the law works, y'all, it's a pendulum. Think of a pendulum like a clock, and that pendulum, it swings both ways. This is why every aspect of prosecutorial justice in America, you have a defense, you have a prosecutor, or defense team or prosecution team. And every time they examine someone on a witness stand, what? Now it's time for the cross-examination. Now the defense has an opportunity to question that person also. Then the prosecutor has the right to come back and redirect. That's the first half of the trial. The second half of the trial, the defense has the right to question. Then the prosecutor has the right to come back and cross-examine. And then the defense has the right to come back to redirect. What I'm describing to you guys is a pendulum. It swings both ways. Every aspect of the system that we're in, jurisprudence, is a equal seesaw. It goes up, it goes down, it swings both ways, right? So if you're told anything you say on this phone can be used against you, don't tell me that if someone working for the prison system, I don't give a goddamn if it's the federal system, the guard, the this, the that, I don't care who it is. When someone uses their credentials and they go inside and illegally obtain all of R. Kelly's information and give it and actually sells it or gives it to someone else, and that person puts that information out in the streets, are you trying to tell me that none of the jurors couldn't have possibly been watching Tasha K? One of the jurors' relatives could have been watching Tasha K and said something to one of the jurors prior to this? Huh? Are you trying to tell me that Tasha K's words could not have influenced those who were not willing to testify? But now, because of what she said, they said, to hell with it. He did that. I'm about to testify. Are you trying to tell me that there has never been a remote possibility, or never existed, that Tasha K's actions could have in any way altered the prosecutions, more than one, of Robert Kelly? Are you trying to tell me that? Or are you going to try to convince me that anything goes and they going to get him, they going to lock him up because they have a right? He doesn't have any rights, but those who are seeking to prosecute him in an American court of justice, they have all the rights. They can't make mistakes. They are absolutely infallible, but he is fallible. Anything he does is not, hey, so what? So what? So what? No, hell no. That's not how the Constitution works. That's not how the rule of law works. That's not how our criminal justice system works. Deal with the facts, bro. Sis. Deal with it. There was a breach in the federal prosecutorial system, period. It is being and was, when he was in Chicago, being held in a federal facility. Facts. That's a fact. The Federal Bureau of Prisons is what the MCC is. And just as if someone who is being held in the Federal Bureau of Prisons speaks on the phone and does something, they can get them goddamn tapes and charge that person, and where they were facing 5 to 10, now they set up on the phone talking, they'll get their asses life in prison like it ain't nothing. It happens every day. So you're trying to tell me that what he says and does is not protected federally? Because when a person's attorneys argue, well, no, you can't use what he said on the phone, they're going to say, yes, we can, because these are federal goddamn phones. And we have federal laws allowing us to use it. So are you trying to tell me those federal laws don't swing both ways? See, people will try to talk fool talk to you And most of the people who are trying to defend my cousin don't know what the hell they talking about because they're fools when it comes to this. But I will make it so clear and so plain that a baby can understand what I'm saying. That's factual. Now let me explain it to you this way before I get off of here, because I'm not going to spend no time on it unless that individual chooses to make it a public discussion. We'll make it that. But let me deal with this real quick. Are you trying to tell me if someone working in the same capacity went and wiretapped those offices that those potential federal witnesses and federal witnesses were speaking to the prosecutors in those offices, having access to their information, their names, what they said and all of that, and turned that over to Levi, me, and I being his cousin, came on YouTube and said, I got somebody working on the inside, this, that, and the third, start divulging information about the other side? Are you trying to tell me that they wouldn't prosecute that person who gave me the information, prosecute my ass, and prosecute or increase my cousin's charges because I'm connected to him? You know it's true. You know it's true. We'll all be done. But what most of you don't understand, because it has not been properly articulated to you, is that everything in the justice system swings both ways. This is why that image, that statue in most courtrooms of the lady who is blindfolded, what is she holding in her hands, damn it? A scale. The scales of justice that swing both ways. Any rights that the police have, you have rights also to counter those rights. Any rights that the prosecutors have, you have rights also to counter those rights. Any rights that a judge has, you have rights also to counter the judge's decisions. Countless times judges' decisions have been overturned because in this country we have something that is called legal recourse, goddammit. It's just that when you're black, you have to have some intelligence and be able to dig it up and to fight legally. This is why these people hate me with a passion on YouTube, these goddamn terrorists. Jealous of me as they can be because of my close relationship with my cousin, because my high degree of intelligence, my high degree of education and intelligence when it comes to the law, and my street acumen, my ability to transfer that 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and deal with street shit at the same time now. So I'm going to close on this and I'm going to say it again. There are a lot of people listening to this within the sound of my voice who are about to learn a very serious lesson when it comes to the federal justice system and when it comes to that inner sanctimony, when it comes to that protected group of those who are poised or positioned to be federal informants or witnesses, and those who are federal witnesses. You don't play with that. You don't play with that. See, I've heard certain bloggers and I've heard even Tasha K refer to themselves as journalists. I'm a blogger. I have a right to speak. Ain't that something? You give a nigga a cell phone, a Gmail account, and allow a nigga to load up to YouTube, and all of a sudden you're a goddamn journalist. All of a sudden you think everything that you say and do is protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. When we all, those who went to school, in grade school, learned that the Constitution, that First Amendment, does not grant anyone the right to yell fire in a crowded theater or theater. Got to be grammatically correct. Theater. You know what that means? See, a lot of y'all, you know, like I said, you were raised in the house, rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkie in the alley with the baseball bat. You weren't taught much of shit. Your parents, or the one you had there with you, didn't teach you nothing. Bunch of goddamn lowlifes. You know? But I was taught something. And I was raised in such a way that I thirst and hunger for knowledge. And when I heard the teacher in the classroom say, that does not, little Levi, are you understanding what I'm saying? That does not give an American citizen the right to yell fire in a crowded theater. I said, yes, ma'am, raised my hand and told her exactly what it meant. And she said, damn. My grade school teacher said, damn, right in front of all the kids. And she said, damn, I broke it down further than she can break it down. What it means, y'all, is that whenever your speech is as such where it is inflammatory and can incite others to do violence, incite others to get up and run out the theater and be trampled upon, is not protected under the First Amendment of free speech. Whenever your speech is designed to, I'm going to deal with Tasha K first, then I'll deal with the terrorist. Whenever your speech is designed to affect a federal case or federal cases and or state, in such a way that you obtaining illegally obtained information, putting it out there can ill affect or affect in a positive way for the defendant or whatever. Whenever you engage in that kind of speech on YouTube, that's not protected. That is federally illegal. Now, as far as a terrorist, and you're about to learn this very soon, within a twinkling of an eye, trust me. Whenever your speech is designed to intimidate, harass, coerce, threaten, deter, any of those adjectives or words that are designed to cause a federal witness or potential federal witness to feel a certain kind of way, to feel that they're being harassed, to feel, hear me and listen to me, that their lives are in danger because baby killers went up into the goddamn courtroom asking for them. Where are they? Niggas with violent past and histories, numbered felonies of violence, killing babies, beating women, hitting one over the head with a goddamn blunt object. Are you out your goddamn mind, nigga? Do you think Levi is some kind of goddamn cheerleader? Huh? Do you think Levi is some nigga that sits around with his head down, humble, scared, tail tucked between his legs, nigga? Tasha K is now, nigga. But trust me, you are number one on the list, bitch. You're next, nigga. Because I took care of business, nigga. And when I take care of business, I take care of business. The Federal Justice Department is going to have to do their job. They're going to have to. With the advent of social media, see, it used to be a time, let me explain this and I got to go, y'all. I got to pick my baby up. Listen. There used to be a time where you had to go to someone's house and intimidate them, threaten them, harass them. You had to send a letter. You had to send a bomb threat. You had to send something. You had to do something physical in order to be tried with crimes against potential federal witnesses and federal witnesses, and even those who are protected under that protected group who inform federal agents and agencies of what is going on illegally. Hello? Can you hear me, bitches? Even those who work closely with those departments, those federal departments of justice, to inform them that person is protected, dumb nigga. They're protected, especially when they work to a great extent. Hello? Hello, bitch. So there was a time where you had to do, like, really go. Now with the advent of social media, it's the same thing. All you got to do is load up to YouTube and talk your talk and think it's protected under the First Amendment. Do you think that a person can go on social media, YouTube, and just threaten the law enforcement or a high government official, a medium or low-level government official? Do you think that, when I say threaten too, I want to be clear, because a lot of people are going to say, ain't nobody threatening Azriel, ain't nobody threatening them bitches, ain't nobody threatening them hoes. Well, guess what? They have a book, a whole book, that's probably high as your ceiling, that defines what a threat is. See, words are interpreted by law. It is the interpretation of the law. Some are purists, and they believe in the pure Constitution and its pureness. And then there are some who believe in a breathing Constitution. All laws are subject to interpretation. So when a person says, like a lot of the mobsters and the Italian mob and all of that, a lot of them are doing life, or were, some of them are dead, but some of them are doing life in prison because they just went up to a store owner and said, hey, don't you need protection? Don't you need insurance? No, I already have insurance. Well, I tell you this, if your store was to burn down, I don't think the insurance is going to cover it if it's burnt down over and over again. I think you should pay us for insurance. That's all they said. They didn't say we're going to burn your store down. They just said, don't you need insurance? See? What a law. If you notice, even in the indictments, even in those those complaints that superseded the indictments, do you remember? See, y'all don't think. And that's why you're done. You're not thinking, people. Do you remember how the prosecutor and those investigators in their reporting would say, I heard such and such say, I'm about that life for real. I'm giving you an example. And the investigator, the federal agent reporting it, will say, in my experience in the field, when someone says, I'm about that life for real, in the context in which they were speaking, they were saying that they would do X, Y, Z to this person or these people in a minute. See, they're interpreting the slang. They're interpreting what was being said. So when you constantly harass and berate, let's just say Azriel Clary, and you encourage others to do that to her and her family, and you're not intelligent enough to think these people are a part of a protected class, a protected group. Well, in the words of Drake, we gonna see. Hey, yo, in the words of Drake, that light-skinned nigga, we gonna see. Because I'm telling each and every one of you, including Tasha K, any of your nefarious acts, any of your actions that have contributed to them holding my cousin for the last 2.5 years plus, trust me, you will be made to answer for everything that you've done. Trust me, at the end of the day, them Cash Apps, views, and all that shit ain't gonna mean nothing. Nothing at all. So that's my word, and that's all I have to say. Tasha K, all that is one of the pins in the lane at the bowling. That's just one pin. There are several other pins. And you watch Levi bowl this goddamn strike. Y'all have a nice day.